Welcome. We're continuing the tale. Chapter 18, West Deeoft Svartur, from the book Collective Minds. It's book 2 in the series, The White Wizard of Hafjar. Do enjoy. Grab your popcorn, invite your friends, like, subscribe, share. The Deeoft Svartur waters are ancient, stately yet huge, and treacherously enticing at times, with its soothing rhythms and sea foam that sparkles as liquid gems, roaming free and fearless. To the Hafjarians, the days westward grows longer, with each passing hour spent together. More fearsome their thoughts growing, of sinking down to the depths of the water, despite the reassurances of Urani and her crewmate. "It's easy for the Gormati," Nigella cries out abruptly, after heaving over the side of the ship for the fourth time that day. "They practically grew up on the sea. I can't imagine they have places to run. Havarti, I wouldn't be surprised if secretly they have wet feet and learned to swim before walking." Some of the crew overhearing laughs. Then one of the other Hafjarian laughs too. Nigella's face goes from green to red, looking around her. "What's so funny?" "You are," Elm exclaims. Nigella wipes her face with the towel she clings to, then thrusts it on the ground with ear. She marches up to Elm, glaring, nearly touching her nose to his. "How am I so funny?" "Relax," Leof responds quickly, putting her arm around Nigella. "Most of the Gormati do learn to swim first of all. You just need some ginger. Here," she says, trying to twist Nigella away from Elm. "I can take you to the kitchen." Elm winks at Leof playfully. Nigella jerks her shoulders with pique. Forgetting herself, she cracks a smile. But not wanting the smile, she attempts to force her scowl, then spots Jocunum. "Is that true? Do they really learn to swim first?" she asks Jocunum. "Yeah," Jocunum says. Jocunum affirms. She points to Gormati, who is overheard and is approaching. "Ask him." Nigella calmly prances over to the thin, gray-skinned elf, with a bright, flaming swallow tattoo on his chest, and layers of strung pearls dangling from his neck. She seems to have lost her seasickness on the way. "Pardon me, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but—" "Yes, I did, but not all of us do," he answers before she can finish. His accent is strange, yet silvery. She gazes at him. His gray tone is sun-kissed. His slender build is well-defined and sturdy. "My name is Sanzen," he tells her, holding out his hand to clasp. "Nigella Aten, Hafjarian warrior, here to protect the dragon and wizard," she replies, gripping his hand firmly, not anticipating his hand to be as leathery as it is. "Sailmaster," he chuckles, seeing her surprised face. "Here to see you safety on your course. As you can see," he motions her eyes down to his bare feet. "I do not have webbed feet." Everyone laughs loud. This time, even Nigella. Nigella secretly wants to touch his skin again, to be sure, but she thinks better of it. It would seem that this is all that it takes for the small Hafjarian clique to break out and mingle more with the crew. As the days west past mostly fair weather, the Hafjarians grow more comfortable, both at sea and with the crew. It is especially strange for Nigella, Keen, and Chicheyu, having never seen a Gormati or Tundran, much less being surrounded by them. Well, just a few Gormati. The bulk of the ship is Tundran. It is also a chance to learn new languages. Most of the elves do not speak anything but their own. Even the Grammati speech, though it is essentially the same language, their accent and dialect vary from the Hafjarians. The atmosphere is welcoming, and more after food and draughts of cordial liquors are taken in the evening, the entire group of Hafjarians are avid to sit and listen to long tales of the lands far west, told mostly by Sandvin and his brother Tilatani. The brothers tell of a large mass of land called the Tendraken, which stood centuries in the seas to the west of Hafjar until the queer earthquakes and volcanoes underwater began to sink the continent. The Hafjarians knew of such a place, but few of them knew of the other giant creatures that roam the lands along with the dragons. To hear Sanzan and Tilatani speak is to believe that they were there, seeing these monsters with giant horns and teeth, some standing taller than the dragons. This is possible for the brothers to have witnessed, being only 50 cycles. However, most of what the brothers know has been passed down for generations before them. Dragons are known to be the oldest developed life forms, except for the Hafjarians. Few, if anyone, knows if the dragons are older than the Hafjarians, or the other way around. First, Chiteo and Draconum take noon swims out in the vast, clear waters. Then slowly the other elves begin to brave the refreshing waters. Chiteo even catches his own fish to eat. Much to their surprise, there's a plethora of life thriving just below them. It is like being in the middle of a party with barnacles, algae, and the fish all having a great time. None of the Tundrans, however, want a chance. It's fearful of sea monsters. Soon curiosity takes hold of Draconum, and Chachiyu flies out more to see if there are any signs of land. Indeed, Draconum thinks she sees peaks, as in mountain peaks far off in the distance. But it is time to loop around to the east. They are left to wonder if there are tips of the lost Tendraken. Draconum is still considering how to approach her group with her plans to turn east. She is growing fond of both Nigella and Keen. In her head, she has been rehearsing what she would say and how to say it. Hours turn into days that she spends alone, down and with the iron, transforming the iron into gold. She is considering her speech when the full light of the morning creeps upon her, and so does her curious friends. So, cuts through the creaking wood and endless waters. Draconum's head jerks up, hearing Maple's voice. So what are you up to all alone down here? I assumed you were practicing some magical energy creation, or your dagger, Maple inquires. Draconum smirks, seeing the Hafjarian group. They quickly surround her, investigating the mounds of gold and iron coins. Usually you have left here by breakfast, Keen remarks. You're running late today, Elm adds. Leo flips a few coins into the air, being the only half-star to understand the value of money, and exclaims, Is this the payment Urani demands for taking us west? Well, Draconum expresses, peering at their searching faces. Whatever it takes. Nigella picks up a few coins. What are these anyway? The others join in the fondling of the coins, wondering at their significance. Just say it, Leo comes clean with Draconum, gazing curiously at her. I know you wanted to talk, Speak freely. We will follow you wherever you lead. Elm purses his lips at this. The rest all shake their heads, agreeing. I volunteered, King announces abruptly. Well, Nigella pauses, regarding King. I was chosen, but I could have refused. I hate ships. I hate more the idea of leaving home, but she professes directly to Jacunum. I came because you are a hero. You and Leof. Suddenly she throws her eyes to the floor, then up to Leof. And you're just a Yo, not a warrior. Yo took a dragon. Havarti, you have a dragon. She beams, surrounding erect and proud. The group's mirth grows. Their eyes are upon Jacunum, expecting an explanation. Okay, Jacunum concedes after a few moments. I want to go to the east. I'm sorry. Urania and I had planned this prior. Leof puts her hands on her hips. How are we to know about the dragon's sunken continent if we turn east and sink to Nepal's ships? We are sinking Nepal's ships, correct? I mean, that sounds like something Jacunum would do. Jacunum laughs. Yes, that does indeed sound like you know me, and maybe we can see it another time. I guess we're all getting into deep skit together, King concludes. Elm sighs heavily. You can say no, Nigella informs King. How do I say no? If you haven't noticed, I'm trapped on a ship with all of you, he points out. We can tie you up and report your non-involvement, Nigella suggests, grinning. Somehow, I think you would enjoy tying me up, Keen replies. Nigella with a qualifier smile tells him. We can test this, yes? I'm good, giver. Then he turns to Jacunum, who is stifling a whimsical laughter. Count me amongst your followers, Keen adds. Jacunum regards Elm and Maple together. Maple walks up, wrapping an arm around Jacunum. Do you even need to ask? I don't want to take it for granted, Jacunum professes. Yes, then, Maple says. You have my faith, lady, for you do have heart. My fate is to follow Maple, though this is unruly, maverick, not my desire in the least. I am alone in my judgment. I know, Elm frowns. Maple examines Elm sympathetically. You don't have to. Leof hugs him. No one would expect you to. No, Elm cuts her off. I will. No one need to lie for me. I forbid it. Hello, my name is Deanne Treasure Kellogg. I'm an artist, illustrator, writer, and I am so glad that you enjoyed that bit from Collective Minds. It's available Barnes & Noble, Ingram, and Amazon, ebook or paperback. Remember, like, subscribe, and share with your friends and all my subscribers. Again, I love you, love you, love you so much. And stay tuned for more of Collective Minds. Till next time.